Hi everyone and welcome to RExcel Tech Hub's YouTube channel. I'm going to be showing you how to spike up your interest in learning how to use Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is a great and powerful tool from the Microsoft Office Suite package. It is one of the Microsoft Office Suite packages, just like we have Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Access, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Publisher. Then we also have Microsoft Excel. Okay, so Microsoft Excel is used for a number of things, but there are three basic things, three major things which Microsoft Excel is used for. So every other thing that you can use Microsoft Excel for, you find them under these three major things that I'm about to mention. Okay, so number one is database. Okay, Microsoft Excel is used for database. Number two is charts. And then finally, number three is what? Calculations. So Microsoft Excel is used for what? Database, charts or graphs, and calculations. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of the three basic things that we use Microsoft Excel for, let's get ourselves familiarized with the Microsoft Excel window. So over here on my screen, you can see I have Microsoft Excel open already. If yours is not open, you can go ahead and open up your Microsoft Excel by going to your desktop and double clicking on the shortcut, Microsoft Excel shortcut to open yours. Okay, so here I have the Microsoft Excel window, and at the top here I have what we call the quick access toolbar. So if I click in this drop down arrow here, now you see it says customize quick access toolbar. So it's called quick access toolbar because it has some commands or functions that I can quickly access. Okay, I can quickly access them just by press of a button or the clicking of my mouse. So this is my save button. Okay, normally if I want to save, I will go to file, okay, and then save. But with the quick access toolbar, okay, with the save button on the quick access toolbar, I can easily just use my mouse and click on save. Now over here at the quick access toolbar, you will notice some buttons are grayed out. Okay, this is our undo button, it said can't undo, and this is our redo button, can't redo, and this is quick print. So if I want to add other things here, okay, I'll go here to customize. These are all the options that I have, so I can select any of these and it shows up here. So the ones that are showing up here are the ones that are ticked. Okay, so that's why we can see them here. Now why can't I see the undo and redo button? The reason why I can't see them is because there's nothing. I've not written anything in my Excel spreadsheet, so there's nothing to undo, and there's nothing to redo. Excuse me. All right, so immediately after that, we have the title of the Excel workbook open. So by default, Excel gives every new workbook this name, book 1. Then we have the ribbon tab. Okay, we have the ribbon tabs: home, inserts, draw, page layout, formulas, data, review, view, and so on. Okay, and under each of these ribbon tabs we have different groups, okay, in ribbon. So each ribbon tab, when you click, for example, if I click on home, okay, you see a number of things under. So home brings out another ribbon, so this is called the ribbon. Okay, this place is called the ribbon. Okay, and each ribbon has a set of groups of buttons or functions, okay, that perform specific commands. So we have clipboard group, we have the fonts group, we have the alignment group, we have the number group, styles, cells, and then we have the editing group. So if you go to insert, you see something similar. Go to draw, page layout, and all the rest. Okay, so the file tab here, now if you notice, I started from home. I did not include the file tab because the file tab takes us to what we call the backstage view. Okay, So it takes us away from the spreadsheet and takes us into the backstage view. Okay, so immediately below the ribbon we have what we call the name box. So the name box shows the selected cell. So I have this cell A1 selected, so that's why it's showing the name of the cell. So the name of the cell is also referred to as the cell address. Okay, the cell address, which tells us the location of the cell. So if I select here, okay, A1 changes to A3 because it's column A and row 3. Okay, select here, becomes D5, column D, row 5. Okay, immediately after the name box I have these three set of buttons here. First I have the insert function. Okay, insert function. If I click on that, okay, it brings out this dialog window asking me the function I want to use, so I can select. So these are the recent functions that I've used, so that's why they are showing up here. Okay, but I'm not ready to use any of this yet. We're still getting familiar with the Excel window. So I'm going to just click on cancel, or I come and click on this red X button which says close. Then I have this X mark here and this check mark. Okay, so they are not, I can't, okay, they are grayed out. I can't interact with them because I don't have any formula here or here, so I can't interact with this. Okay, then immediately after that we have the formula bar. So the formula bar is what shows the formula, whatever function we are working with, so it shows up here. Okay, and if our function is very long, we can always click on this down arrow to see the entirety of the function that we're working with. All right, so immediately after that we have these lettered columns. Okay, so the columns in an Excel spreadsheet are lettered. Okay, so it's lettered from A all the way to XFD. Okay, and then we have numbered rows. Okay, so Excel has 1,048,576 rows, and the columns as well. Okay, so if you want to find out the total number of columns and rows, so let's highlight all of this. So Control A. Okay, all right, so Control A, and if you want to see the last column, we want to see the last row. Okay, so we'll have hold and Control and down arrow. Okay, so you can see that's the last row in sheet 1, 1,048,576. Okay, Control up arrow to go back and to see the last column. Okay, so A is the first column. Let's see the last column by holding down our Control key and pressing right arrow. So the last column is XFD. Okay, XFD. So we have A to XFD. Okay, so immediately after that, so we have cells. So all these are cells. These are cells. Each of them, as you click on each cell, you see the cell address shown up here in the name box. Okay, and then by the time we can select more than one cell by holding down our left mouse button, and then we just drag. Now as I drag, you notice that I have one cell having a different color from the rest. Okay, so that cell is called the active cell, and that is the one that shows in the name box. So we've selected a number of cells from C2 all the way to J17, but we only have C2 being shown here. Okay, C2 is being shown here because C2 is the what? Active cell. So that is why it is white, whereas all the others are what? Grayed out. Okay, so then below that we have sheet 1. All right, so here I have sheet 1, okay, sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3. So I added these extra sheets by clicking on this new sheet button here. Okay, when you click on that button, it adds this extra sheet. Let's add sheet 4. Okay, so sheet 4. So I can add as many sheets as possible. So in one workbook, I can have up to 10 sheets in one workbook. Okay, and I can customize these sheets. Okay, customize their names. How do I customize their names? Okay, sorry, I don't need this, so I'm going to close that. So go to sheet 1. Okay, right click, is either we right click and click on rename, or we double click. Okay, and then it gives us the option to rename. So let's call this um, table 1, enter. Okay, then the next one, let's right click and rename table 2. Okay, and then we'll rename those 2 sheets. Okay, so then we have zoom buttons here for zooming. Okay, this is to zoom in and this to zoom out. So it's either I click on this to zoom in to zoom out, or I click on the plus button to zoom in. And if I don't want to use that, I can use my left mouse button and just drag to wherever I want. Okay, then I have these scroll bars here. This is from scrolling from one row to another, and here scrolls from one column to another. Then I have my status bar immediately below here. So the status bar here shows us a summary of what is going on the worksheet. So presently we have nothing written here, no formulas, nothing at all. So we can't see anything here. Nothing is happening here. Okay. So by the time I do something like this, okay, just type 2220. Okay. Then I have 1222. Okay. Then let's come into this place and add them together. So to add, select this cell plus select this cell. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 4, 2. Now if I select all of this, now you see what's happening. You see the status bars come alive. We have average, gives us the average of those numbers. The count 3, numerical count 3. The minimum is 1222. The maximum is 3442, and then it gives us the sum as well. So the status bar came alive because we put in some values into the worksheet. Okay, so let me quickly delete that and everything goes. Then we have different views for our worksheet. We have the normal view, we have the page layout, and then we have page break preview. Okay. And so it's a wrap on how you could get started with using Microsoft Excel. Remember to like this video, give us a thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button so that you get notified of our new videos. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.